All right, hello. I think we are good to go. All righty. So, we're just gonna wait just a few moments. I do apologize for that interlude though. Um, just had a puppy and some things to take care of. And I actually have come back a little bit more prepared this time. Um, like I said, today we are going to be doing the zipper bag. This is actually what the completed product will look like. Unzip. There we go. That green fabric, that outer fabric, and then the zipper. It's actually a fairly simple project. All you're going to need, started out, is actually two pieces, square pieces, rectangle pieces, whatever you may prefer. Um, two pieces of outer lining fabric, maybe fabric that is colorful, patterned, anything like that. And then you're going to need two pieces of inner lining fabric. Plain fabric tends to work best. That way you don't really get it mixed up if there's not a right side or something like that. And then you're just going to need one zipper. The zipper really isn't particular. We are using just a plastic zipper right here. The size of the fabric can be any size as long as you just have the zipper. So there's no need to worry about sizing or too much about measurements this time. So this is what the finished one is. And actually I have two different, I'm going to show you just some of the fabrics what they're not done. So this would be our outer lining fabric and our inner lining, and you're going to have two of each. So you're going to have four pieces of fabric in total, two outside and two lining. And then your zipper is going to look something like this. Just like that, regular plastic zipper, nothing too fancy. Now, when you're going to start this project, we're going to talk a little bit about setup now, and then we'll get on more to the machine and stuff like that. For setup, what we're actually going to do is your zipper, you're going to face the teeth up. You're going to take the outside lining, the outer exterior lining, and you're going to press it right side down to the teeth. So that pattern side, that side you want to be on the outside of your zipper bag, you're going to press it down onto the teeth, and you're going to line it up to the edge, just like that. So you can't see the edge of the zipper because it's lined up. You want to make sure each side is lined up, just like that, and you're actually going to clamp it. I'm not going to be too precise with this one because I actually have a piece that I had sewn earlier to speed things up a little bit and to also not have you all suffer through my tedious sewing. You're going to clamp it like that. So teeth, zipper side, right side of the outside fabric, and on the other side, you're going to take your inner lining and you're going to line it up as well. And you can actually line it up to the outside fabric as well as the zipper, each corner facing each other, lining up. And then you're going to clamp that as well, just like that. This is also why I like using clamps as opposed to pins. You can just pop them off. And also I do use clamps because it's what I have on hand. If you have pins, no harm, no foul. It should look something like that. Of course, this one isn't lined up all the way because I have another one that I spent too long lining up. And then you're also going to want to make sure there is zipper left on the outside of the fabric. So where you've clamped, there has to be zipper outside, like such. Now, what you're going to actually do, and what I have done with my sample already, is you're going to sew. And this is where we get talking about what machine I'm going to be using today. Today I am actually using a Janome DC 1050. The 1050 is one of the entry-level machines that we have in store in Boulder right now. It's going to do about 50 stitches. It's a little bit computerized. It does have an automatic threader or a manual threader, so there's no threading it through the needle or anything like that. We do have that automatic. Right now it does have the standard presser foot in, so I'm going to take it and you're going to switch it out for your zipper foot. And we're going to use that for 2 top stitches. I'm going to put that on. All right. And then what you're going to do, let me just try and get the best angle for you all. I think that's as good as it's going to get for now. I'm going to move my thing. And then what we're going to do for you, you're actually going to stitch. You're going to stitch just along the outer edge right there. You're going to line it up like this, and then you're going to stitch. And you're going to make sure that your zipper foot is pressed flush against your zipper. So that way, that's why you don't really have to measure or anything like that. No precise measurements needed. If you are a perfectionist, I'm sure you could do measurements like that. For the rest of us, it's, you know, speed and nothing else, and that is how we live. All right. So I've actually already sewn my sample fabric today. I sewed one side, but you're actually going to do this twice. So what I was talking about with lining up the fabrics, you're going to do this on both sides. First time you stitch, it's going to look a little something like that after the stitch. Stitching just along the side, and then you flip it open. You should be able to see your zipper visible after that top stitch. I sewed on this one because lining up the pieces of fabric can sometimes be very tedious, and I know sitting through it, if it's tedious for me, it has to be tedious for you guys. So you're gonna have to watch me line this side up. Remember, outside fabric, right side down on the zipper. Line it up, and then clip. Clip. Sorry, I know this part is tedious and I have not gotten speedier. I have done this bag a few times and it doesn't get better. I'm sure if you have more experience, it goes faster. Flip it. I'm going to take my lining fabric. Clip. Clip. Alrighty. Now, with the Janome DC10, we do have a manual presser foot razor. So down, bring your presser foot down, lift up on that lever to bring your presser foot up. And again, like I said, you want to make sure the edge of your zipper foot is flush to that zipper. So that edge that's flat, you want to make sure that's flush against the razor. Bring it down. Turn your wheel towards you to bring that needle down. And then you are going to start stitching. Let me take my clamp off. There we go. And we can go. So funny thing about the Janome, I actually have the stitch setting. This does have a stitch setting where you can go faster or slower. So even if you do have a lead foot and speed is the name of your game, it does keep you from sewing too fast. Right up. And the nice thing with this is it does not have to be perfect. Again, you don't have to measure everything out exactly to get a functional zipper bag. I know some people would prefer it, but it is not necessary. Sewing just along there. There we go. Bring it up. Cut it. The DC 1050 does not have an automatic thread cutter, but there is a thread cutter on the side. So just bring that up. And then you have something like this. Outline fabric. And again, the nice thing about this project is, again, you don't really have to have a specific measurement for your outside or interior fabrics. They just have to be around the same measurement. You can cut off excess lining or anything like that if you need to. So at this point, This is what it should look like. Both interior and exterior fabric like this. And your zipper visible. Alrighty. And then actually you're going to go press this down with an iron or something of the like. And then we're going to finish it off with a top stitch and flip it out. And then we'll be pretty much square. I'll be right back. All right. I am back and I have ironed and made it a little bit nicer. And then you were actually going to, let me get my microphone really fast. Whoop. Sorry about the sound that must be making. Alrighty. You were actually going to top stitch along right here on each side of the zipper. So take that and we're just going to do a quick top stitch. Again, just make sure your zipper is, the edge of your zipper foot is flush with that zipper to get a nice tight stitch. Again, setting up the Janome. The Janome is a little bit different this level one because it does not have automatic presser foot up down or anything like that. It is the manual lever. And then bring that presser foot down. You want to make sure your presser foot is down before you start stitching. Bring your wheel towards you to get that needle in, and then go stitch. All right. Bring that presser foot up. Cut the thread over here. Nice top stitch on that end. And we're going to do the same over here. And for this one, you're actually going to want to, well, let's talk a little bit about this foot really fast. So there are two areas where you can do the peg, and that switches where the edge is. Depending on which edge you're doing like this, there's no extra excess fabric on either side of it. So you can't really flip it. So you just want to make sure you're changing that foot position as it goes. So we're going to go here. Bring it down, press your foot down, and again, you're not looking for perfection here. We just want something that's going to hold something, you know? All right. Press your foot up. Thread cuts on the side right there. Whoop, looks like I missed my bobbin thread really fast, so I'm just going to cut that. And now you have two top stitches on either side of your zipper. Now things are going to get a little crazy. So you're actually going to flip both sides. You're going to line up. You're going to flip. So like this, and then you're going to, you have your two exteriors facing outward, flip one exterior, and line it up. Both sides, so they line up kind of just like that. The fabric may not line up exactly. Measurements aren't exactly super needed here. We just want to make sure that we have at least like maybe half an inch, quarter of an inch seam there. And then for this one, you actually don't need your zipper foot. You're going to switch it out with your regular standard foot. Just pop out your zipper foot, set it aside for safekeeping, maybe in your accessory tray if you're feeling crazy. Thread it. And then for this one, actually, before you even start sewing, and we are going to sew, just FYI, we're going to sew 3 top stitches along each side that does not have the zipper. Before you do that, open up your zipper 3/4 of the way. Something like that, maybe a little bit like that before you start stitching. And you can pin if you would like to, just to keep the fabric from going all over the place. Some people really do prefer that. I'm going to throw on a few clips. One just on each side. My clips. My clips disappeared. You know what? We're going rogue. We are going rogue. Bring it back. Excess fabric on the left. So I'm going to clip it. Again, it is a manual presser foot, so press down there. I'm actually going to measure this maybe about 1/4 inch. Bring it down. And then you're going to sew a top stitch along these 3 sides. And you actually can pivot on this machine. Bring down your needle, lift up the presser foot, pivot. Oh, it unthreaded. Just one moment. That is all right. This one does have the manual threader, so you do not have to go through all the pleasantries of getting it through the eye of the needle. You just hook it on a clamp, bring it through your manual. And then, there we go. Thread it. All right, and if you ever want to know how to do threading like that, most of the manual threaders, except for maybe upper tier machines, manual threaders all kind of look the same from what I have gathered, just sort of in design. If you're ever curious on how to do something like that more in depth, I believe there will be a series coming out on how to manually thread. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Anyways, let us continue. I will have to reclip, but you know what? You win some, you lose some. This part is very tedious, but it will teach you patience, I suppose. Again, maybe half an inch. Don't live like me. I live dangerously, and I'm most definitely not measuring exactly. But lots of these machines, including this Janelli, actually does have a little ruler built in onto the needle plate. Machines will have it either on the bottom right here of the accessory tray, or on the needle plate, or maybe both. That's kind of neat. And we're just doing a single regular top stitch, nothing crazy. And then we're gonna go. Oh, I see it unthreaded itself again. That's really cool of it to do that. Uno moment while I rethread. Sorry, I don't have any biting, witty commentary. Thread it. Practice does make perfect. What can I say? All right. And now we saw, after long years, we did it. And we will place bets on if this actually works. I am betting solid no, presser foot down, needle down, and then we go. And you know what? It does look like miracles happen. I have witnessed one today. Stop. And like I was saying earlier, before I realized that this machine had unthreaded itself so kindly for me, this machine does pivot. When you want to pivot, make sure your needle down, press your foot up, pivot. Remember, excess fabric on the left, press your foot down, and then sew. Beautiful. What a beautiful play. You can clip this if you'd like, and I'd say probably a solid half an inch seam would do you well. Again, just keep going. And then what we're going to do when we get to the edge, we are going to press your foot, needle down, press your foot up, flip it, excess fabric on the left, press your foot down, go crazy. Then, done. Up, cut my fabric because there's no automatic cutter, and it's beautiful if you just watch this. Absolutely incredible what I'm about to do. Flip it inside out. Where you left that zipper open, you're gonna flip it. You're gonna just force everything out, you know, just gracefully and beautifully. Rachel? Well, I just got confirmation from a coworker of mine. Looks like that's your zipper bag. Nothing too fancy, even if we fumble along the way. Nothing too crazy, no measurements. You do not have to be good at math for this, which is really nice to hear because I'm really bad at math. You might have a little bit of extra zipper, but you can always sew that up. And then, bada bing. Look at that. Functional zipper bag. Open, closed. Incredible. Absolutely amazing. Well, thank you guys for joining me today, even despite technical difficulties. And I guess I will see you all again at some point. Okay, bye.